Want to talk about one of the big events for the year that's coming up here in just a few weeks, and it's a sign that summer is really arriving. We're going to talk about the Picnic with the Pops now with Susan Sandberg, who's on the line here with us. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Don. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great.
It's the same thing every year, close to the Picnic with the Pops, and we think, oh, man, that's right, that's coming up, but it's coming up on the 27th.
Absolutely. It's summertime in Bloomington.
That's right, and this is one of the signature events for the community. How many years have we been doing this now, Susan?
This is our 13th annual Picnic with the Pops, and I've been singing in the Pops chorus for, I think, about 11 of those years. It's just a great, great time.
Folks that perform, I was fortunate enough to be over at some of the rehearsals one year, and it seems like it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's great fun. In the alto section, we have one of the best seats in the house to sit behind that fabulous orchestra and to look out over the crowds and see the neighbors and the kids playing in the kids' fun zone and the tables that are decorated so splendidly every year. It is just America at its best.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little about tickets and some of the basics here. But one thing we'll want to highlight this time, we have always special guests at the Picnic with the Pops, and this year's one of the special performers is Cowboy Bob.
Oh, absolutely. Some of us are, well, all of us are looking forward to Cowboy Bob because we remember him when we were kids. I know the class of 1970, I'm going to date myself here a little bit, I've been on Facebook, and a lot of them are being very nostalgic, remembering Cowboy Bob from his early TV days, and it's going to be great to see him again. Now,
I did not grow up in Indiana, so I apologize for not being familiar with Cowboy Bob, but he had a kids program on Channel 4, as I understand it.
Yes, WGCL. Channel 4, and of course Cowboy Bob's Corral. He was involved with a lot of TV shows. He's a comedian and he's a great entertainer in a very homespun way, and it will just be great to see him. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be a contest that I want to talk about today. Anybody that wants to be on stage with Cowboy Bob, especially those of us that remember him from back in the day, there will be a lucky winner chosen at random to come up on stage and be a part of his act. And if anybody wants to apply for that, all they need to do is email the Bloomington Pops at bpops@bloomingtonpops.org with your name, telephone number, and a sentence that says, I want to perform with Cowboy Bob, and we will have a drawing, and someone will have that opportunity.
That's a great idea. So you can perform with Cowboy Bob,
right?
And they're not just going to pull you out of the crowd. You actually will be notified,
yes.
and then you actually get to go through a short rehearsal.
Yes.
So they'll get you ready. But that sounds like so. Even if someone has a little stage fright and they might not personally want to do it, they might know of have a relative or a friend that maybe grew up with Cowboy Bob and might want to do it. So you might want to spread the word on that.
Absolutely, and it will be all in great fun. Nobody will be embarrassed. Actually, the number is going to have something to do with chickens. I'll give you just a little hint. He does a song called Chicken Lips that's really a lot of fun, and so he needs somebody to be his partner for that particular number.
Oh, the old Chicken Lips song.
Is that a traditional 4th of July medley?
Not necessarily, but I remember it, and it is a great, great, great lyric.
Well, if everybody's out there eating fried chicken, having a good time, what the heck?
Absolutely.
Well, that might be part of the standard repertoire, maybe in the years to come. We'll I have to talk with Maestro Ludva about that, but
that could be right up there with the 1812 overture.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Finger licking good.
So that's going to be fun. Cowboy Bob is going to be there. Some of the other highlights of the show, Susan, what else?
Oh, Jerome Collins will be joining us as another guest artist, and he, of course, is one of the original members of Straight No Chaser. I believe you'll be speaking with him later on. He's also an actor and a musician. He's been in The Lion King and in the role of Simba, so he's going to bring a great flavor to the concert. A lot of great medleys, a lot of the classics that we all expect from the national anthem and the posting of our colors and all the patriotic things, along with some really good medleys. We're going to have a Motown medley, a Nickelodeon medley of all some great TV themes, and just something for everyone.
Yeah, and it's especially nice for families with kids because they've got the Kids Fun Zone out there. And
sponsored by the Villages. They do a wonderful job of having activities and arts and crafts and a magician. Of course, there's the children's parade that we all look forward to that kicks off the concert, led by Maestro Ludva.
And it's a great setup for. I mean, you think, well, it might be a long time for the kids to be out there. You're going to have trouble dragging them home. I bet is usually what happens here.
Exactly. It's two events actually, because there's the picnic, and that's before the concert with all kinds of fun and activities. Not the least of which eating great food and decorating tables. And then when the concert starts, it takes it to another level. And ending in the fireworks display with the 1812 Overture.
And you're welcome to take food out there. This is one of those kind of deals either where they say, hey buddy, you can't bring that food. You can bring your food, or they have vendors on site and you can take care of it that way.
Absolutely. We either way you want to go. We do have vendors that are there, but a lot of people do like to pack a picnic, and that's part of the fun as well, along with decorating a table, or if you don't want a table, spreading a blanket is another option. And of course, we're so grateful to Ivy Tech. The grounds out there are beautiful. It's a wonderful place to have this fabulous outdoor concert and community celebration.
Yeah, how many years has it been at Ivy Tech now?
Now that I don't remember, because of course, when I got started, it was still at IU, and you'll have to have some of the other members of the Pops board to tell you the exact date there. But
I remember thinking, oh man, I don't know if that's going to work or not. But as soon as you get over there and you see the setting, you know that it's the perfect spot for it.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous, including, and I love this, one of the neighbors has to move their cows for the event because of the fireworks and where the fireworks are launched. And so everyone has been so accommodating to this new location for the picnic, and it has turned out to be a beautiful environment.
Yeah, I can imagine when those guns go off, the old Bessie might not give milk for 3 days.
But the neighbors are very gracious. They welcome us every year, and they accommodate, and they do what they need to do to make sure that the event can happen.
Yeah, and the date is Saturday, June 27th. That's a week from Saturday.
It's coming right up, so I will urge everyone, if you have not purchased your table or purchased your ticket for blanket seating, to do that. Again, it's for blanket, it's $10 per adult, $8 per student with an ID, and $5 for children 6 to 18, and free for children 5 years old and younger. And then, of course, the tables can range from 150 to 200 for an entire table of 8, and that seating is going quickly. So you can purchase tickets at Blooming Foods, the Bloomington Pops website, which is www.bloomingtonpops.org, or you can call the Pops office at 336-8747.
Well said. Well said. Well covered. So again, Saturday, June 27th, picnic with the Pops, and Susan Sandberg has been our guest here. Susan, thank you again for being with us.
Thank you so much, Don.